arc switch.
Moves the lights around?
Yeah, or small cameras.
Both.
Done it with linear actuators, but you gotta have linkage and all blah, blah, blah. If you just have a tilt one.
See that flicker, Steve?
No. Which camera do you see it
I don't know, it might just be the monitor. The top right.
Can you? I'm here. Can you hear me? It's Di.
We can hear you.
We hear you, Di.
Okay. Just got back in. I was out for a while, and my video's gone for the moment.
Are you seeing the
as
flicker
well.
right now, Rennie?
No.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you see it again.
Okay.
I didn't notice it over here.
Slide to the right a few meters on the, go over that rock maybe.
You're starting to get little targets in the...
There, I got video back.
The end of
It
transect?
refreshed.
Nope.
No, keep going forward. Just crab to the right on the way.
Well, that star was really moving.
Got a couple choices. Right now you'll fly between them, so left or right. The one on the left has a bigger shadow. Might be better.
Little half-banded rockfish down in that
I
pit.
go left?
Sure. So well, the one on the left might be a depression. The one on the right's sticking up for sure. Yeah, probably hit both.
Dr. Geiger says the spiky sea cucumber could be Apostacopus californicus. Thank you. And yeah. I think these comb fish, even though I haven't really been able to get a good look at their dorsal spines, judging
10
by
meters.
the
Slow
depth
down a little bit.
range, I think they're short spine comb fish, Xeniolepis frenata.
Transect ends in just like 10 or so meters.
What's that, Rennie?
Transect ends in 10 or so meters.
20 so meters?
Right at the rock.
We'll get a snippet of rock.
This is the terrain from AZ to BA, then, or whatever the next target was. Then
We could extend. Well, let's see what happens. So we're back in soft now. We could extend the transect another 25 or 50 meters to include some rock and clip it at the other end. But it looks like we're back in soft sediment now. Well, no, it doesn't.
well, we're just seeing just a line of it in sonar. Like this is pretty much like at this course, we're going to be passing over this linear rock, and then there's not anything on the other side. The current.
I'm gonna have
Okay, so this is
to
just a brief.
go over it, I think.
Yeah. Let's continue in. Yeah. But just goes to show.
All right.
Yeah, it could be clipped on the other end.
Slowing to a stop, and that's the end of transect. Do we want to?
Let's continue another 20 meters, if that's okay.
Sure.
These are half-banded rockfish.
Right. We're going to do another 25 meters south. Bridge nav.
Thank you.
25 meters south. Thank you.
Snag that jacket.
Maybe all for naught, but we'll give it a shot.
I don't see anything in the next 20 meters in the sonar.
Well,
The formation seemed to go kind of east-west-ish.
I'm sure we'll encounter more. Not here, though, as you say. Yeah, we'll just stick with that plan and then. But it does go to show, you know, how
Wait for
how
Argus.
little of that type of habitat is available.
Yeah, slowing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ship has come to a stop. We're about 15 meters past the end of our 200 meters transect.
Are we waiting for a ship move?
No, we were going to end the transect at your call, whenever. So we're 15 meters past the end.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
think
why don't we
weren't hearing. Yeah, we were talking, but maybe you didn't hear us.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those situations.
Yeah. We were going to go another
there's-
20, 25 meters, but let's just end it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did go, well, we went another, 20 meters
Yeah, we went another.
past the rock.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think what happened, Di, was we were talking, but our V-Link talk had switched off. I just noticed that.
Oh,
So-
okay.
38, and that was T4.
For some reason, we were hearing each other because I could hear you saying, "Yeah, let's continue on."
No, I heard that, and we did continue on. So
Okay.
It's all good.
So
Yeah.
we could interrogate this rock feature, or we could continue between AZ and BA. There's some other backscatter on the way. Or we could
Did
just
we
kinda-
make it to AZ?
We are at AZ, yes.
Okay, I think we should continue.
Okay.
Roger that.
Are you okay with that,
concur.
Lisa?
Yeah, definitely. From what I understood, they want us to cover as much habitat as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I think we did the collections that we needed to do. So unless Taylor Ann wants something, I think we're good.
Nope, I'm all good.
So we'll be going 212.
212.
212. I'll let you get over there before I start moving. I think we might, yeah.
So when we had that power outage, can somebody explain what that might have been? When we lost the feed and the V-Link? Or
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might have been
Did-
a
The
disruption
solar flare.
from the satellite connection.
yeah,
Not sure.
let's blame it on the solar flare. Yeah, so it
So
could
you'll
be
wanna,
many
like,
things that we just don't know.
Yeah,
But
a
you'll
very
wanna go
rare
see here.
occurrence. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can
the
Oh,
go in a
only
straight
time
line.
that's happened that I
Roger.
know of.
Yeah, and all comms lines were affected because we lost V-Link and the video feed. Did you see that very squat-like fish in the bottom corner there?
I did. I didn't get a good enough look at it
I think
either.
these guys are
I did see it.
the same thing, I think.
Can't tell.
Open.
These are comb fish, I believe. They look a
Yeah.
lot like a sculpin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We could zoom in on one if we have time. Oh, keep going if you're going. But if we
Okay.
see another one and we're hesitating, waiting for a ship move, we could zoom in and
No, we
see
can move the ship
the dorsal spine.
quickly. It's just a matter of if we want to be moving along track or if we want to stop and look. So
Quick-
it's totally up to
Quick
you.
zoom.
Let's zoom since we're here and see if we can see the. Yeah, these are. I'm fairly certain they're short spine. He needs to turn perpendicular to see his dorsal
Yeah.
fin better.
Come
But judging by the depth we're at, I think this is a short spine combfish. There's a long spine one that has a really long second dorsal spine. And this one
Yeah,
has
like
a
really
longer,
long.
really long, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a
like-
short spine. Very nice of you to turn for us to see.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Here, I'll show you my good side.
Nice zoom. Thank you.
Okay.
And you can see that little Siri, the two little Siri on top of his head. That's a nice zoom showing that. Above his eyes. Cool.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. if you
Erica
can,
says,
get over there.
Erica
and the loans.
adds, yeah.
Strength
Erica
of
Burton
gauges.
adds that the lone
Yep.
Siri is also indicative of a short spine. Looks like we're seeing some eelgrass, maybe? Ooh, now we're getting into some rock.
So this is that rocky outcrop that we went over on the way during our transect. And it's kind of,
So we've already gone over this?
we went through it, yeah. That's not the section, but this is it kind of runs, like Dan said, east-west. And so now we're facing west along it. We passed over it, and it was just very linear and short blip in that direction as we were going south.
And
Essentially, we crossed the
Oh,
line.
this is this purple one is this I want to say stylaster, but
no, it's, if someone jumps in on the chat, I think it is.
Get a little closer.
Click.
yeah, I'll have to look at the ID.
It's very purpley. It is scrolling through.
Zoom there, Steve.
Yeah, let's zoom on it. Thank you.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, it's hang on. Is this the Eugorgia? Eugorgia rubens,
Really?
purple gorgonian?
Yes,
Yeah, it looks like
the
it.
purple gorgonians
Looks
are
like.
eugorgids.
Yeah,
Pretty.
Okay.
And they're pretty, well, we're a little deeper, but that's probably what it is. This says depth 24 to 30 meters, so we're a little deeper than that, but that is what I think it is. Although I'm not a coral expert, so we'll see if anybody else chimes in. I don't know of any others that are purple, so.
Yes, purple is definitely eugorgid.
Yeah, nice. Glad we made that little detour. So we, just to understand our path, we have diverted a little east-west to see this rock. Is that correct? Rather than our southerly
We're
route?
still at AZ, and we're going to be going to BA, which is southwest. But we needed, because we were going south, we just needed to kind of get over southwest. So we're in orientation now to start heading towards BA.
Roger. Okay.
But we can stop and look at this rock feature for as long as you want. I just know we have a bunch of targets that I don't know if we'll get to in the next couple hours. So.
Yeah, it would be nice to get some rock in the transect. I'm tempted to start one sooner than our 100-meter sort of buffer.
Yeah.
If it's not going to violate some cardinal
I would think
rules,
that if it
then I'd
did,
say,
then they could just ignore the last transect.
Bring your head to the right just a little bit, Jake.
Yeah, true. That's a square
Let's
spot
do it.
rockfish right down in front of us.
So you can see the heading of the rock formation, which way they're running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We run
And
along
which
that.
direction is that?
Yeah, I'm looking at that and pairing it with the backscatter as well. Because this,
That's southwest,
right?
about, just about.
So it's
There may be more
right
of,
along our route toward BA.
just about. Yeah, what's your current heading?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Let's do it. Let's do a transect.
I think in order to, let's see, maximize, because this will run out in at this direction.
Well, there's more in the sonar up there
Yeah,
on this heading.
I'm just taking a look at the long term.
50, so there's 50 meters of it at least in the sonar.
Roger. All right.
Yeah, so let's go with that. Stay on
What's
our
our current
course
heading?
toward BA so we're not
I'm at
biasing
240.
too much.
All right, I'll go ahead and call that in. Bridge nav. 200 meters, 240. Thank you.
These are all half-banded rockfish that I can tell
So
so
you'll have
far.
to start out a bit slower.
Yeah.
We're doing a transect
It'll be a transect.
this direction.
As far as I
Yeah,
understand.
so we got 0.3 transect.
You want me to go 0.3? At the ship?
Yeah, I think point.
I think so, yeah.
Bridge
Some
nav.
up and downs.
Bridge nav. Change speed to 0.3. Thank you.
Tilt up just a little. For the transect.
You said come up, like,
No, I just tilted up a little.
but on the previous transect. I guess it's more rocky now, so it's not as much of a difference.
You'll probably have to go manual over those.
Got it.
Might have to. They're big like that one on the right there.
to start a transect, correct?
Yeah, we can call this a start. The ship is beginning to move, yeah.
So we've been doing these time transects on all of our dives because we're trying to quantitatively assess the types of habitats and animals that live in them. And we have these lasers that are 10 centimeters apart so that we can estimate sizes. And after we run these 200-meter transects, a group of video analysts, I believe they're called, will be analyzing them and recording the species, the different fish species, the corals and sponges and other invertebrates that they find along the way, and also describing the substrate, whether it's rocky or soft, and we can then compare across different physical characteristics like depth or currents or latitude or longitude along the west coast, and we can then use all this information to better to put them into models and better predict what we might find, because we can't survey every single part of the sea floor.
Yeah, you can alter course.
And having all this data across different seafloor habitats or substrates and different physical characteristics will give us a better idea of what we might find
Talking about
by
those two
constructing
targets
these
in
models.
front, right?
Yep.
Yep.
As you can see, now we're in muddy, soft sand habitat, and it looks very different.
Yep, that was great to catch a little bit of rock in that transect.
Yes.
But we want to keep going to keep, to capture what's really here. So it's so interesting to see this how quickly things change, isn't it?
Yes.
We've had such a great variety of dives on this cruise with a huge span of depths covered and habitat type. It's been super, super interesting.
On this cruise, we also, probably last week, we visited an area where we think petrale sole have been spawning. So there was also an interesting dive investigating that.
There's a green spotted rockfish we just went over. We got here another copper, some square spots.
A flag, that's the one I know.
Yeah, they're pretty, aren't they?
Yes. And they are called flag after the types of flags that they use for signaling ships. I believe that's why.
I don't know if that's why
that.
they're named that. I didn't know that was why, but it could be. They definitely look like a flag with those bands. They're very pretty.
I'm gonna look it up.
Bridge nav. Increase speed to 0.5.
Yeah, I should have Milton's book here. Probably would explain.
I can look it up.
It could have been that I just came up with that way to remember the name.
Let's see. Sebastes rubrivinctus is the flag rockfish's scientific name, and rubrivinctus means red-banded in Latin. Spanish flag was one of the first names given, probably by 19th century fishermen in Monterey.
There's a very long sea whip.
Bridge nav.
Other names include barber pole snapper,
Did we change
Hollywood,
course
and
here?
tiger.
Should be going 240. 240, 0.5 knots.
Aren't we on transect now?
Yeah, we're just gonna
Ship
pause.
moved
We're just pausing for a
Okay.
second.
kind of
Thank
the
you.
opposite way we were going. So
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
It'd be great if we could get as close to BB by the time we have to come up. Although, oh, what time do we have to pull? Because we don't have exactly
3:45.
3:45.
Yeah, it's not going to take us that long. We're almost there.
I think if we are meant to get to BB, we're gonna need to
Book it.
not stop. Let me double check the timing here. 1.5.
But we can be disciplined.
We could
Just-
go to BB straight at half a knot, not stopping, and that'll be the end. So we don't have
Yeah,
to.
just kind of a goal.
Yeah.
Kind of a goal to strive to get as close,
Sure.
you
We
know,
can,
to make
we
our
can
way
always
there.
stop if there's interesting stuff, but
Sure. Yeah.
But what do we consider interesting?
that's up
There's
to
a
you.
lot. Yeah.
That depends.
Yes,
There is
There's a
some
little
interesting
pink-
backscatter at BB.
to find the
little
criteria
pink
for
sea
that.
perch.
Okay, I think you're good.
good to go.
Good. Okay, we're resuming the transect now.
Roger that.
Are we headed in the right direction, Manny?
Well, we were following that feature, but I would like to go towards BA, which is
Oh,
this way.
Yeah, we should be headed towards BA.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
can
these
divert course.
rockfish are sort of,
we're generally right direction.
Yeah, generally right.
Cool.
But I want to make
there's a
sure
little
we're
bit of
covering
rock
the
here
backscatter
again.
that they're trying to ground truth.
Yeah, a lighter color.
Yeah.
Oh, we can,
Alter to 205.
yeah.
205.
Bridge nav.
There's some rock. So those are all half-banded
Alter
rockfish?
course to 205.
Yes.
Thank you.
Got some rocks in the transect. We can't bias it too much.
You're right, yeah.
No, yeah, we need to stay on course toward the next waypoint, and we'll get what we get along the way. We fudged a little bit when we started in the rock trying to get some, but
This what we're now encountering is purely by chance. Just
And the
one
problem is
little rock here.
the rocks are magnetic. ROV is attracted to them.
Okay, that explains it.
but we're not
We
changing
can't
our
help
course,
it.
right?
I changed our course. We
We're
were meant to go straight to BA, but we started off a bit following a pattern. Now we're going straight back to BA now. If the idea is to ground truth this backscatter, if we continue on that course we were on, we would not be going over.
Oh, this is plenty of sonar targets
Oh,
out there
I
now.
thought-
So
Yeah, this is.
I thought we didn't have backscatter for this.
I have backscatter up on HIPAC right now. We just
Oh.
entered the area where there is backscatter.
Roger. Okay.
we entered at the prime spot, the prime gray spot, or the prime white spot.
Yeah.
Lizzie didn't have the backscatter, I guess is what I.
No, I think
misunderstood.
she did. She didn't have it for the area to the north, where we previously were.
Roger.
Yeah, I think that was Rainier data or whatever ship Shimada something was down here, and I believe that
Mhm.
we're entering the ASV data that we had, but
Okay. Cool.
Lots of these short spine comb fish. And we confirm that it is the short spine. The long spine has a really long second or third dorsal spine that the ones that we're seeing here lack.
Yeah. There's a lot of them too, these comb fish. Another flatfish, possibly a sand dab. Oh, the question on the chat's being asked about the purple, the pretty purple branching corals. I think those are Eugorgia rubens.
We might find some again as we're entering this rocky feature.
I need to go a little quicker.
Another copper rockfish off to the right. Nice size. Another little half-banded down there. More half-banded.
So half-banded always remain that small. They don't really get big like the copper that we just saw.
Speed
Right,
up a little,
they're
Jake.
one of the
Speeding up.
they're one of the dwarf rockfish species. I think their maximum size isn't much more than 25 centimeters, if that.
That's good if you want to.
Cute.
I'm tilted straight down. You can stay in the pic,
Roger.
or maybe a little bit further in. So.
There's another one.
Yeah,
There's another
There's
one. Eugorgia rubens. Another one.
yeah, a couple. Also a smaller one to the left. They are very pretty.
I think it was on the way.
What was that?
That was a left-eyed flatfish, so that could have been a sand dab, correct? I'm trying to. How much longer on this transect?
Just about 40 more meters.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
This one's picked up quite a variety of habitats.
Yeah, it does seem to match the backscatter. In
Great.
this area, it's kind of, although there is some sedimentation on top, they're still seeing the rockiness.
For sure.
It's kind of a mixed bag in shallow water because there could be something just under the surface that's
Fishing
still,
gear?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Bridge
Another-
nav.
Another pot.
Yeah, another pot.
On the left.
Stand by.
In line on the bottom. Yep.
It
Yeah,
looks
it
like
goes
it's
this
been
way.
here for a while.
Got it.
Let's hold position, bridge.
All right. So you want me to look to the right, but not too far right? This way? Got her. Okay.
So the National Marine Sanctuaries has several projects that they're doing collaboratively with fishermen and NOAA's marine debris program to remove what we would call derelict fishing gear, and this would be pot gear.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe for
I'll
sablefish.
mark a target then.
Yeah, that would be great.
So,
Yeah, thanks. Different than the pot we saw before, this one looks like it's broken open so that it cannot ghost
yep.
fish and continue to capture.
Roger.
So for our endeavors here, it can be a big hazard because the ROVs can become entangled in the fishing line. It's also a hazard for marine mammals that swim through here. Sometimes the buoys that the gear have, they still stretch up into the water column and they entangle whales. So it's not good to have derelict fishing gear in the water for many reasons.
Bridge nav. Uh, 200 meters, bearing 210, speed 0.5.
Roger.
That's end of transect. And what was that? 4?
Another pot?
5.
Or is that a rock?
Okay.
That was number 5.
Number 5, sorry. So we're still continuing on 210 towards BA.
Yes.
Ship stopped.
Nope. We're just starting to. We're slowing to speed. Slowly getting up to speed right now.
Roger.
Well, that was a very varied transect. Had lots of different habitat types in it. From high relief rock, bedrock to boulders, cobbles, soft sediment, shell hash, sandy. And big changes in the critters associated with each substratum type. There's another Eugorgia rubens. They are pretty. Don't they stand out?
Definitely.
What are the purple ones again?
Eugorgia rubens.
Thank you.
Purple coral. That's an easy one to remember, huh? For me.
Yeah.
That's more my speed.
Yeah, me too. Here they come, stampede of half-banded rockfish. This is where the video analysts, if we were on Transect, would be stopping the video and counting. One of the nice things about video review is you can stop it to catch up with what's going on.
Oh, that's why.
Some of those urchin fields we crossed are going to be tough to count.
Yeah.
Just for timing considerations, an update. If we continue on with the ship going at this speed, 0.5 knots, and we'll reach BA at 3:15.
Can you say that again? What time? I did not copy.
3:15 p.m.
Okay.
We will reach BA.
Okay.
So we're not in transect, so we can still stop and look at stuff, but at half a knot, we don't have a lot of time.
Right.
Maybe we should just try to get to BA. And does BA look like it has a feature on it?
No, so BA is kind of, right now we're
Flat.
at the brightest. I don't know if you've
Oh,
got
right.
IPAC there.
Roger.
Yeah.
We're
What
at
do you
the
say,
bright spot
Di?
here.
I think we should continue pushing on.
And then BB
What-
has another target. You can see down
Yeah,
there
to
is a bit of backscatter, but there may
Yeah.
be a bit of flat in between.
Yeah, so once we leave this, we're going to be in, the backscatter indicates more soft bottom habitat.
Likely.
Yeah.
Depends on the
I'm gonna switch
priorities.
over to the-
Yeah. You want to?
I think the priority is to ground truth as much of this as possible, so we should
Roger that.
What if you doglegged
move
and went
on.
right at the white gray
That?
decameration? How do you say that? The line right where it's white and gray?
Oh yeah, delineation.
Delineation, thank you.
Yeah. Depends on what they want.
say that again, Dan. What were
So-
you suggesting?
If you look at the HIPAC screen, if we go more west right now and kind of follow along this rocky bit and then divert south to BA.
That's fine.
Okay, you want to do that instead or go straight to BA?
Or do you want to
Okay.
make a beeline to BA?
Beeline to
Di.
BA.
Well, so tell me, I just got the backscatter in view, sorry.
Okay, yeah, we could
Can
follow
you-
the backscatter more towards the west and then go south to BA. That would be rocky for longer, or we can go directly to BA, which will be exiting this rockiness soon, as suspected by the backscatter. Not guaranteed.
Well, we want to verify both the
Okay,
soft and the hard, and I think we're doing a good job of both. That's my feeling, staying on the course toward BA, but
roger that. Yeah, we have a possibility of getting to BB on time by the time we have to pull.
and we could, we'd have to zoom, but we can go much quicker over the soft sediment. So
It's probably about our limiting speed
know-
is that we're at right now,
I
especially
know
with,
Bob didn't want to go too fast because of
with
the
our
fishing line.
gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.5
yeah,
was
true. Okay, yeah,
our limit. No hot
Good point.
dogging.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for that
Yeah.
yesterday.
okay. Well, what do you think, Lisa?
Maybe we could split the difference and go along this for just a little bit more longer, and then go to BA more quickly.
Sure.
Okay,
We'll still be ground truthing everything.
roger.
Yeah, we just won't get as,
Bridge now.
yeah.
Seems like if you went right along the white and the gray, the white and the gray zigzag, so you would go over
Alter course to
areas
255.
where it's white and then gray, then white and then gray, and then you would Be able to match that to the map.
Yeah, we should be kind of, we're going to go 255 from here. So that'll be roughly the bridge
She
between the
says
two.
in her science objectives, we do expect some potential hard bottom substrate for waypoints BB, BC, and BD. Of course, that's way farther than we're going to get, but
Yeah.
we've already validated some hard substrate before that. So she also said we could potentially collect a mosaic of images. We're not going to have time for that if we find interesting boulder with deep sea corals or sponges.
Right. So I think we decided we're going to follow this for just a little bit, and then we'll drop down to BA. Correct?
255.
Nav?
Yeah.
Trying to get
Roger that. Yeah, we're just
front of
following it
ours.
for a little bit. What's that?
Trying to just get out in front a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just 100 meters or so, 100, 200 meters.
Okay.
And then we'll go straight down to BA.
255.
Is that a scorpion fish?
One on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see it die?
I can't get out of the
cabezon?
back scatter. I gotta switch over views.
Help. Help, fish people.
Oh, it sure looks like it. Maybe we could zoom real
There,
quick
Steve.
since we're sitting
Yeah.
here.
Grumpy
Yeah.
looking.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's impressive. So are these the ones that have the poisonous dorsal spine? Or am
I
I
am not
mixing up
familiar
my...
with these. I have to look it up. I'm gonna
In
go
the
grab
Caribbean,
another
they definitely
book and
have
look.
this scorpion.
Well, this is a little bit, it's a different genus, but all the rockfishes have some irritant or venomous. If you get spined by a rockfish, you can get a pretty icky infection. But let me
Yeah,
look
so
this
Okay,
one up.
let's go.
He's very cryptic, lies unseen on the reef, waiting for small fishes to pass by. But it is not utilized commercially due to its venomous spines.
There you go.
So sort of
Quit
sitting
moving
there,
that camera
immovable,
and fly that vehicle.
Yeah,
pretending to be a rock.
Fly, Jake.
I know.
Fly
Good
the
eye.
ROV, not the
Okay.
camera.
Can't get far behind with the fishing gear potential.
It's so shallow, it moves really fast, so you're better off moving the vehicle.
Gonna do a reset on the fly. There you go. Ours is hydraulic? No. we can see on our sonar that we're kind of right along between the edge of the rocky bits and the flat bit, which matches the backscatter perfectly. So.
Oh, good.
Great.
That's a good way to ground truth it on such a fine scale.
Yeah. What I was starting to say earlier about the backscatter is it's a mixed bag in shallow water because on the one hand, often it can penetrate deeper into the sediment and return a hard return even if we're not seeing rocky outcrop like this. However, oftentimes in shallower water, you're using a higher frequency sonar, which we had on the ASV. I think it was like 400 kilohertz or something, rather than the 30 kilohertz that we have on the ship. So those higher frequencies do not penetrate as deep. So it's kind of about scaled to be the same. So what we're seeing here matches up really well, kind of because of that.
Thank you for explaining that. So you would modify the type of frequency or equipment that you would use depending on the depth.
And typically so on the ship we have permanently mounted at 30 kilohertz, and on that ASV there is a 200 to 400 kilohertz on that. So you're kind of limited by what instrument you have, but because we're a deep water ship, ours is kind of a full ocean depth system that kind of bridges between a lot of. It's not extremely good at super shallow or very deep. There are specialized frequencies for that, specialized sonars with lower or higher frequencies for those purposes.
So what is the E30 you just said, I think?
The EM302 is what we have on Nautilus, and that is a 30 kilohertz system.
And it would be good for what depth ranges typically?
It's typically kind of quote unquote full ocean depth system. So we can map, 100 meters down to, 5,000 or 6,000 meters or so, but it starts to be less effective at the edges of that range.
Right.
There are better systems for deeper and better systems for shallower.
So, and given where most of your exploration has taken place, it's the appropriate instrument.
Yeah, it's pretty good for the mid depth. Like,
Rennie, are you involved in some of the processing of that data?
I am indeed, yes.
Of the multi-beam data?
That is one of the other hats that I wear and my background.
There's quite a bit of involved in that as well, isn't there, that a lot of people don't realize, I think.
Yeah. If everything's behaving appropriately, then it can be a bit more cut and dry, but there's always little tweaks here and there, and things can go off in different directions, like just understanding the change of sound speed and when things are going wrong there and how to correct that in the data, and what constitutes as outliers in the data and what could be reality. I think Lee Marsh, who is a science manager that sails with us, she talked about a lesson that she gave in one of her courses where they were editing some multi-beam data, and she didn't tell the course about anything about the data really, but just told them to clean it, and they had their tools. They already knew how to clean it, right?